Hey friends, have you been enjoying that beef bone soup? Beef bone soup is something you make in large quantity. So the first time you served it, your family probably said, "Ooh, beef bone soup." And then the second time you served it, "Oh, beef bone soup again." And the third time you served it, "Oh, beef bone soup again." So you know what you do? You upcycle the beef bone soup. Today I'll show you two soups you can make from the leftover beef bone soup. First is the quick haejanggook or hangover soup. Here I added some chopped daikon and chopped napa cabbage and added the leftover soup, the broth from the beef bone soup, some doenjang or fermented bean paste. You can also add red miso if you don't have it. You can also add some bean sprouts, here I just skipped it. You seal the vent and you cook it in soup mode for 5 minutes. Let the pressure release naturally. And when it's still hot, when it's done, you add chopped green onion. And if you like, add some chili pepper powder. My kids don't like spicy, so I scoop out theirs first and add some for the adults later. You can season to taste, give it a good stir, and you can serve it with rice. The second soup I'll show you is yookgaejang, my favorite spicy beef soup. Here are some ingredients you can add. Bracken, which is gosari. They sometimes come in pre-soaked form, but usually they're dry. So you want to give it a good rinse and you want to boil it first to make it soft. You can do that stovetop, or here I put it in steam mode for 5 minutes and I just let it boil. So whether you do stovetop or in an instant pot, make sure you soak it in water overnight or for a few hours. And you also add big fat green onion or leek if you don't have them. Here I added some bean sprouts. You can also add some shiitake mushroom or taro stem. Any veggie that's fibery would work. And of course the leftover beef from the beef bone soup. So here I press the saute button, and when it gets a little hot, I add good neutral tasting cooking oil. I use avocado oil here, and add some minced chopped garlic. And you also add chili pepper flakes, the Korean version, not the one with the seeds, or not the fine cayenne pepper, but the Korean version. And in no particular order, you just add all the ingredients and you give it a good mix. Make sure it's all nicely incorporated and coated. And to that, you add the leftover broth from the beef bone soup. And you don't even have to cover it all the way because the veggies will have some liquid and it'll add to the soup. Drizzle some soy sauce. Don't worry about seasoning it here. You can do that later. You seal the vent and press soup again and cook it for 5 minutes and let the steam, the pressure release naturally again. And when it's all done, you open it up, and this is when you taste and season it. So if it's not salty enough, add more soy sauce. If it's too salty, add more water or some more broth. And you give it a good stir, and of course you drizzle the sesame oil after you turn off the heat, and you serve it with rice. Hope you enjoy it.